Hi everyone, it's Margaret here with 60andMe. Hope you're doing great today. It's a very warm and sunny day and was up bright and early. Hope that you're doing something wonderful for yourself today. Thank you so much for being here. I got a topic today I want to chat with you about, which I think will intrigue you. It's really how, if we're trying to change something in our behavior, how we go about doing that. Now that sounds like a simple formula or a simple question, but there's actually an art to it. And I've got some really interesting tips I want to share with you. Now, my tea this morning, I decided to go with something really unusual. It's this Numi brand, which I picked up as an assortment of teas. And this one is a yerba mate with green tea. And I didn't know what yerba mate was, but it's apparently an indigenous plant in South America, which is kind of a cross between tea and coffee. It's got a lot of caffeine in it, apparently, and it's just a different drink. So have you ever had yerba mate? I'm going to try it. So here, I'll take a sip. Oh, it tastes like a black tea. I don't had this one before. This is brand new. Anyway, tea is an adventure for me, so I hope you enjoy it too. Now, our sponsor for today's show is Easy Spirit. Now, Easy Spirit has been making fabulous shoes, comfortable and stylish for women for the last 35 years, and they've innovated their product line. They've now got a whole load of new shoes that are very stylish and comfortable, so you don't have to sacrifice comfort for style. Now, they believe one thing at Easy Spirit, and that is that comfort should be uncomplicated, and that comfort is a spirit that women all around the world share. You know, anything is possible when you are comfortable. So you can check out their products at their website, easyspirit.com. And also, if you look in the description of this article below, you will see a promo code for a 20% discount off of any Easy Spirit shoes. It's in the description under this article, under this video. So check out the promo code, and thanks to Easy Spirit for sponsoring us. They make a range of sizes, widths, so there's something for every shoe size and width of foot. And I would like to encourage you to check out their site, and also check out their special promo offer, 20% off. Okay, let's talk about changing behavior. Now, we all have things that we want to change in our lives, right? Now, Elise Marquand-Jones is one of our bloggers. She wrote this article and came at it from a really unique perspective, which I hadn't thought of. She talked about a book called Atomic Habits by a man called James Clear. Now, he says, basically the Atomic Habits, as you can probably tell by the title, is doing small things to break your habits. So atomic level, small little steps and pieces that go towards making a change in your behavior. And the example she gives to start with is really curious. It's a cycling, bicycle cycling, where apparently the British cycling team never did well. It's at bicycle riding competitive. And they, so this new coach came on, and he started making changes. His name was David Brailsford. He started making changes to the team's practices, like things like, heating up their heating shorts, like having a heater so that the muscles relaxed and they maintained a more consistent temperature, and things like, the bike seats more comfortable. He did little things, tiny little things in a whole sequence. And, of course, this is all history as to what happened with the Olympics in 2008 and also since subsequently. So it was just by making those little tiny changes. And I think that this is the inspiration for Elise's thoughts about this whole concept of habit stacking. Now, if you don't know what this is, stay with me because it's really interesting. And I think it's, we always say, oh, I'm going to change this behavior or do this different, but we never give ourselves any practical ways that we can do it. And, trying to fight this battle of changing a behavior that you've had for years, like say, for example, exercising. That's a good one. Like if you've always wanted to go and exercise and lose some weight, but you just can't change your behavior. What do you do in a practical way? So this concept of habit stacking is really interesting. Now, there's 3 laws she talks about here that you have to follow in order to make significant change in your life. And the first is to make it obvious. Make your request to yourself obvious. So it's basically saying to yourself, here's my habit, the current habit that I can't break free of somehow. And then I will do something else that's going to be a good action towards your goal. So, for example, after I drink, say you're trying to exercise. Say, after I drink a cup of coffee or yerba mate tea in the morning, I will put on my workout clothes. That's what you're doing currently, your habit, you're okay with, sort of, you're drinking coffee. But after that, I'm going to put on my workout clothes. And then the third stacking of the habit could be go to the gym. So, for example, you want to show more gratitude for something that you're just not, feeling like you're grateful enough for what's in your life. You could say, as I'm sitting down for dinner, I'm going to say one thing that I'm grateful for that happened during the day. And then I'm going to do something else that I love. So it's putting the behavior that you're trying to change after something that you're doing and naturally that you're okay with, and then putting it in the context of this habit first, and then I'll do this new habit, which is a change. I think it's a really interesting one. The other thing she talks about is making whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to change, more attractive. The more attractive an opportunity, the more likely that you are to do it. Habits are like, they give you dopamine, right? So in your body, when you do something, it drives a feedback loop, and you're constantly wanting to do that thing because it makes you feel good. And there's nothing wrong with that. So when you are doing this breaking of a habit, you've got to pair something that you love to do with something that you don't love to do. Okay, so for example, grab a coffee and then say I'm grateful, and then go shopping. So maybe you want to cut back on the amount that you go shopping, but first of all, you've got to sort of do something good first. So you've got to get a coffee, do your gratitude moment, and then go shopping. So it's kind of like putting it in a priority that you can manage and making it fun. Like if you're having a challenge with anything that you're trying to break, you've got to ease yourself gradually into it with small steps, like the Atomic, I haven't read this book actually, it looks really good, The Atomic Habits. I would suggest that and my son has read it, and he actually agrees it's a really, really good book for making changes in your life. It's those small steps. In fact, my son gave me a really good example of exercise, and that was to simply start off going to the gym. If a membership, or if you've got somewhere you can just work out or walk, go and just for the first day, go for 1 minute, just for 1 minute. Don't even try to do anything dramatic. 1 minute. He says the first day you can even just go sit and have a cup of tea, but just go. The next day you go for 2 minutes. Maybe just a couple of stretches. The next day for 3 minutes, 4 minutes, and you get the idea. By the end of the month, you're doing 30 minutes, and then by the end of 2 months, you're doing an hour of workout. And it's by doing something, by creating a new muscle, a new exercise muscle, which I think is what Elise is talking about here. Now, the other thing is to make it easy. And this is a fun one because basically it's simple. Like if you hate to fold laundry, like you're not going to say to yourself, oh, I'm going to go fold the laundry. You say, I'm going to go fold a sock. Fold one sock, not a pair, but one sock. Just fold a sock and then go do something else. And the next day say, well, I'm going to do a pair of socks. I'm going to fold a pair of socks. And then I'm going to fold, half of it, and then all of it. And then I'm going to go fold the laundry. Doesn't sound so intimidating because you've gotten into the habit of folding the laundry. And I think this is a make it easy example. And then the final law is to make it satisfying. So this is a good one. This one here is making it satisfying by giving up something that's a habit and making a good action forward. So for example, make it satisfying emotionally. If you say, today I'm going to not have my cup of coffee at whatever store you go to. I'm not going to have my cup of coffee, but I'm going to take that $5 and I'm going to put it in my savings account. Our phones can do this. You can transfer money super easy. Just go ahead and say, no, I'm not going to drink that coffee. I'm not going to spend $5, but I'm going to put that $5 in my savings account. Or in other ways to say, I'm not going to watch buy that video online. I'm going to put that $5 or $10 or whatever it would have cost you to do that into my grandchildren's savings account. Now, of course, you may want to watch a movie sometimes. You may want to have a coffee sometimes. But if you can actually do these things in a way that denying yourself it, breaking the habit, and doing something else with the money that you save, it's a really positive gesture. And I do this. I don't always put the $5 in, but I often think, you know, I could save this money for something else. I don't need that thing for $5. It's, you know, it's such a habit to buy things like coffee or buying a croissant every morning or buying a juice or whatever. Just take it in your thermos. Whenever I go shopping, and this is the truth, I always take my thermos of coffee with me, because when I finish some shopping or doing some things, I always sit down and just have a drink of coffee from my thermos. It's just the psychology of having a drink or having a coffee. You don't need to buy one. So whatever you do, but it's basically doing things in a small way that are going to make a big change. I think that's really cool. And she says here, this is a great quote actually, the greatest success is not failure, but boredom. When you get bored with doing something, you get bored with trying to do something or break a habit, you'll never succeed. You've got to succeed at it. You've got to succeed by doing some of these things that Elise talks about. So I hope that that's been useful. I mean, I really honestly think that the small steps to success is the way to go. Have you had that situation yourself? Is there anything in your life, any habit that you want to change? Can you apply these habit stacking and other techniques to making some changes in your life? I think it's really fun. So what new habits would you like to incorporate into your life? Leave your comment in the section below. Thanks a lot for being here today. I really appreciate your time and your presence, and have a wonderful day wherever you are. We'll talk again soon. Bye for now.